The non-professional analysts jump into the analytical tools like the Excel, the Power BI, whatever the tool they are using, while a professional analyst ask better questions. Every analysis actually answer a structured question, because without the structure, you will get random charts, you will not get insights or a good decision. In today's lesson, we will learn how to ask the right question for a professional analysis. Hi everybody, this is the second lesson of Module 1, Mindset of the Business Analytics course. In this course, we'll learn in the right way how to think and how to develop our analytical thinking, and we'll learn the strategy and the mindset that will lead to a professional analysis. In this lesson, we will learn how to frame any business problem into 5 standard questions, the 5 questions of any analysis. If you follow the steps and you follow the questions that I will explain here, make sure that you will get the right answer, which will help in developing a professional analysis. The 5 questions: if you're an analyst and you have a business problem or a target you want to work on and to analyze, the first thing is to frame your problem into a context that answers 5 questions. These questions are who, what, when, where, and why. The first thing, who. Who will we analyze? Will we analyze the customers, the employees, the products? For example, show me sales or show me sales for premium customer. As more specific you are, as more professional your analysis will be. So the first one, show me sales, it is very vague. It's a wrong analysis. It will be misleading. It is vague. I don't know for who I will analyze the sales, whether I will analyze the sales in terms of customers, in terms of products, in terms of region, for what. But the second one is the correct one, which is a more professional one, because this is specific. I need to analyze the sales for premium customers. I need to see which customers provide the highest sales, the lowest sales. Second question is what? What we measure, or simply, what are our KPIs? Will we measure the revenue, profit, churn rate, conversion rate? What exactly we need to measure? So first we need to know who will analyze, whether customers, employees, leads, products, who we will analyze. Then ask what we will measure. What are the measures? What are the KPIs? Do we need to measure the revenue, the profit? We need to measure the leads. We need to measure the likes, the subscribers. What we need to measure. Simply, the wrong KPI selection will lead to a wrong analysis, which means wrong insights that will lead wrong recommendations and the bad decisions. 1. Whether I need to analyze the data of the last month, last year, or to compare data of 2 time points, like before and after, before our new offer and after the offer, before the new strategy and after the new strategy. When. So when is one of the questions that I should answer when I frame my business problem in a context. If I have a single number, it means that I have a useless analysis. For example, I know that the sales is $1 million. This is a single number. But if I know that the sales of the last year is $1 million and the current year is $2 million, so I can compare. I have insights. Time comparison simply gives insight. And this is the most important thing in analysis, the insights. Because depending on the correct insights, I will provide the correct recommendation, and that will lead to the perfect decision. Where in the data I need to analyze? Where is the segmentation of the data? I will analyze by country, by product, by channel, by what? What is the segmentation of my analysis? For example, I want to analyze sales by country. I want to analyze sales by customer. He's a customer, is the segmentation, is where in the data, which column of the data I want to analyze depending on that column. I need to segment my analysis on that column. Actually, you can say that the analyst is blind without segmentation because the analysis will be vague, will be misleading. But when I have segmentation, my analysis will be clear. I have a clear comparison. I can detect where is the problem, where is the good data, where is the bad data, and many other things. So I will discover data by segmentation. Why? Why or the hypothesis? Actually, in analysis, when I provide recommendation, I give hypothesis. Because we are not only discovering data, we are testing a hypothesis. If I follow the correct steps in my analysis, it means that I will get the most effective hypothesis. For example, if I'm analyzing the HR data, I may hypothesize that the low salary causes the churn. So I will analyze the data based on this hypothesis and check whether this hypothesis is true or false. And data will help me to discover that. I'm not only discovering data, I'm checking my hypothesis, whether it's true or false. If I analyze sales data and I want to increase my sales, I may put a hypothesis that discount increases sales. And then I will analyze my data to check whether this hypothesis is true or false. The hypothesis is possibly true, so that would be good, but also the hypothesis is possibly wrong. In that case, we can put another hypothesis and start to test data on the new hypothesis. That's why it's very important to frame and to put the business problem in a context that answer the question, the 5 questions: what, who, when, where. Or actually in this sentence, show me what to analyze, for who, during when, segmented by where, to understand why. Let's have examples to clarify the idea. We will have here several examples on converting business questions into analytical context. Example 1, HR. We have an HR problem and we need to analyze it. First, when we know the problem, we have to frame it into an analytical context. And actually adding the business problem in an analytical context will make the analysis simpler and easier because everything is clear for me. I'm not just saying analyze for me the HR. We need to know the reason of employee churn rate. But if it is like that, in the context that answers the 5 questions, that will be easy for me to provide a professional analysis and to avoid the feeling of being lost within the data. I don't know what to analyze, what I want to see, what I will get, which to start with, what to do. So this will simplify the analysis for me, will make things clear for me. Let's see this context. Show me attrition rate. So attrition rate here is what? The answer of what? For R&D employees, R&D employees is the answer of who. I will analyze what for who. During the last year is when. Segmented by salary level. Salary level is where. Where in the data I want to segment my data. To understand if low pay drives turnover. So all of that is my hypothesis. So it's the answer of why. So that will make it easy for me when I get the data to analyze. I know exactly which reports I want to generate, how the dashboard will look like, which charts I want to see to understand the change in every part that I want to show and to test my hypothesis. Example 2 in the e-commerce. So I need you to try it with me. Find whether this context answers the 5 questions or not and where we can find the answer. Let's start together. Try to be interactive. As I told you, it's very, very important to think with me, to let your brain work with me. That will be really helpful in developing the analytical thinking, which is required for any analyst, and which is the difference between a professional analyst or a non-professional analyst or weak analyst. Show me conversion rate. So conversion rate is what? For new users is who? During the last 3 months. So last 3 months is when? Segmented by traffic source. Traffic source is where? Where to categorize my data when I analyze it. What is the segment? To understand if ads brings low quality users. This is the hypothesis, which is why. So I think this is a good context. What is your opinion? What do you see? Is that a good context? I see that this is a good context because I know exactly what I need to analyze and where I want to categorize my data and which hypothesis I need to test when I analyze the data. And again, this hypothesis may be true or false, may be a true hypothesis or false hypothesis. At the end, I will get an answer, whether the ads bring low quality users or not. If yes, so my hypothesis is true, so I can continue in my analysis for the next and take it to the next step. If false, so the next step is to make another hypothesis and to analyze my data according to the new hypothesis. And during the coming lessons, we will learn more strategies beside the questions, beside the 5 questions that will help me to understand the correct problem. Example 3, marketing. I want you to pause the video here to look at this context, to check whether it is good analytical context or not. If it answers all the 5 analytical questions, so it will be a good analytical context. The 5 questions are what, who, when, where, and why. Why is the hypothesis? Pause the video, try to do it yourself, and then resume the video and check your answer. The context is show me customer acquisition. So this is what? Customer acquisition cost. For each campaign, this is who, the answer of who. Last quarter, this is when. Segmented by channel, this is where, the segmentation. Why? To understand which channel is inefficient. This is why, or this is the hypothesis. I see that is a good context because it answers the 5 questions. Don't forget to share your answers in the comments, so it will be a way to share our thoughts and to discuss our thoughts, which is also very important in analysis. For example, for finance, I need you to do the same. Pause the video, check whether you have the 5 questions, the answer for the 5 business questions or not, and tell me whether this is a good context or not. After you finish, resume the video and check your answer. Show me profit margin. Profit margin is what? For each product is who? During the last year, this is when. Segmented by region is where the segmentation, to understand where we are losing the money or not. So this is why the hypothesis. I see that this is also a good context. The 5th example for product. Again, pause the video, start to discover this context and check whether it is good context or not. And then resume the video to check the answer with me. Show me feature usage. This is what? For active users is the answer for who. In last 30 days, this is the answer of when. Segmented by subscription plan, this is where. To understand if premium features are used. This is why the hypothesis. And I see this is a good analytical context. The idea is to be specific, not only to jump to the data and where is the data and I will start analyzing the data, I will apply pivot tables, but you need to be clear, to have a clear plan, to know what exactly you are going to analyze and why. This is take home practice. Okay. Convert this business problem into a context using the 5 questions strategy. Our business problem is customers are canceling subscriptions. Use the 5 business questions to reframe this problem into analytical context, which answers the 5 business questions. You can write your answer in the comments down below. I hope this is clear for you. I think now things become easier and clear. If you have any question, you can write it in the comments down below. And that's everything for today. Thank you. I will see you in the next video.